The true culprit behind the assassination of Sakamoto Ryoma remains unidentified. Or perhaps, the truth has been masterfully concealed in the shadows of history. On November 15th, KO3, the tragedy at Kyoto's Omi-ya is said to have begun with an attacker's shout, "Kanakuso," uttered in a Tosa accent. But what if this testimony itself was a deliberate fabrication? In truth, an even more astonishing truth lies hidden within the darkness of the Bakumatsu era. In this video, we will thoroughly explain why Ryoma was targeted, who the real culprit was, and how the Bakumatsu intelligence war became entangled in the incident. Now, let us delve into the truth of the Sakamoto Ryoma assassination. In the main segment, we will also elaborate on the hidden aspects of Ryoma's vision for a new nation. In KO3, Sakamoto Ryoma, in hiding at the Satsuma domain residence, completed his 8-point program for a new government, on the verge of a new era. However, that night, on the second floor of Omi-ya, alongside his ally Nikoka Shintaro, he was attacked by unknown assailants, ending his life. The mortally wounded Nikoka Shintaro testified, the attackers shouted "Kanakuso" and spoke with a Tosa accent. This became the biggest key to the incident. Kyoto at the time was the very front line of an intelligence war, with the shogunates Shinsengumi and Mimawarigumi and anti-shogun loyalists all entangled. At the crime scene, a bloodied sword and a sword guard were left behind. These relics would later reveal unexpected facts. In the initial investigation, the most suspected party was the Shinsengumi, the shogunate's direct security force. They were a terrifying presence for anti-shogun forces. Nagakura Shinpachi, a former Shinsengumi member, later testified that Ryoma's assassination was not the work of the Shinsengumi, but the truth of that statement remains unknown. At the time, the Shinsengumi had been purging pro-shogun factions in incidents like the Ibira no Koji affair. Ryoma could very well have been a target. However, no clear evidence was found linking the Shinsengumi to Ryoma's assassination. Their actions were focused elsewhere. Kondo Isami also continued to deny involvement in Ryoma's assassination. His testimony gains credibility when considering his later execution. If the Shinsengumi were the culprits, could they have operated so skillfully, leaving so little evidence behind? The question remains. As the Shinsengumi theory lacked a decisive blow, another strong theory emerged. The Mimawarigumi, the shogunate's direct police force. After the incident, Mimawarigumi's Imai Nobuo confessed, "I was the one who cut Ryoma down." This was considered decisive evidence. Imai also revealed that the sword guard left at the scene belonged to Sasaki Tadasaburo, a high-ranking Mimawarigumi official. Nikoka Shintaro's testimony of a Tosa accent also seemed to align with the existence of Sasaki Tadasaburo, who hailed from Tosa domain. However, Imai Nobuo's testimony had inconsistencies. His shifting statements suggested he might be hiding something. The intelligence war surrounding Ryoma's assassination held more meaning than a simple murder. Each faction manipulated information, checking one another's moves. The Mimawarigumi needed to strictly crack down on anti-shogun loyalists to assert the shogunate's authority. Ryoma was a prime target. But was it solely the work of the Mimawarigumi? In truth, the shadow of an even greater power lurks behind them. In this era, the shogunate was also engaged in an intelligence war. Ryoma's movements were undoubtedly constantly monitored and deemed dangerous. The Satsuma domain should have seen the loss of Ryoma, a key architect of the Satsuma-Chashu alliance, as a significant blow to their efforts for a new government. Some theories even whisper that the Satsuma domain, deeming Ryoma's radical ideas dangerous, was involved in the assassination. Within the Tosa domain itself, resentment simmered over Ryoma's unconventional actions and the forgiveness of his desertion. Nikoka Shintaro's dying words, "I'm done for, but you must survive," suggest that the assassins specifically targeted Ryoma. Ryoma's risky negotiation tactics created many enemies. Perhaps his ideals were simply too far ahead of his time. Katsu Kaishu stated, "It was likely a shogunate official who assassinated Ryoma." Was he referring to the Mimawarigumi? However, it cannot be denied that Katsu Kaishu's words, while hinting at shogunate involvement, might have been a smokescreen to conceal the true mastermind. Ryoma's assassination was not merely a murder. It was part of a grand maneuver in the chaotic intelligence war of the Bakumatsu era. Regardless of who the perpetrators were, the motives of multiple factions were intertwined behind them, complicating the truth of the incident. The Shinsengumi, the Mimawarigumi, and the Shogunate. As their intentions intersected and information became entangled, the truth was buried in darkness. It is an ironic truth that Ryoma's death ultimately accelerated the anti-shogun movement. The assassins had changed the course of history. Ryoma's assassination was a tragedy born from the clash of various motives and desires during a pivotal turning point toward a new era. Why was Ryoma targeted? The new Japan he envisioned was inconvenient for both the shogunate and some of the anti-shogun factions. Who was the real culprit? While Mimawarigumi's Imai Nobuo is named as the perpetrator, it is presumed that the shogunate's leadership was behind him. How did the Bakumatsu intelligence war entangle with the incident? As various domains, the shogunate and loyalists probed and sometimes manipulated each other's information, Ryoma was eliminated. The assassination of Sakamoto Ryoma may have been an inevitable tragedy, a casualty of the chaotic intelligence war of the Bakumatsu era. The truth, buried in the darkness of history, continues to challenge us even today.